Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top. We're going to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. And know each and every time I drop a video, I'll be the first one to comment. So let's get into it. Let's talk about none other than Niecy Nash from the hit show Claws. She's actually getting a divorce. She's filing for divorce, and she's actually the one asking for the divorce from her second husband, Jay Tucker. An exclusive source told Daily Mail that Niecy Nash and her husband Jay Tucker been in a really bad place, in a bad space in their marriage for almost 2 years, and they finally separated about 2 months ago. And also Niecy Nash also put up her home in California for sale for $1.2 million in July. Things ain't going well in the marriage, so she called it quits. Maybe the third time is a charm, but she is out here single and available right now as we speak. And one of the problems in her marriage and in her relationship with her husband, Jay Tucker, is that he was very upset and he wasn't too happy about the sex scenes that was going on Claws. He was not feeling it at all. He didn't like it. And then on top of that, he did not like that she was actually in New Orleans filming the hit show while he was out there in California. And he definitely didn't like the sex scenes with him, with this girl in the picture, Roller. He did not like it at all, one bit at all. And it really bothered him too as well, because he felt like the sex scenes that Niecy Nash was involved in was just too much. But it's all a part of acting, but he was not feeling it at all. He was not down for the situation, and it basically caused a lot of problems between them, and also living in two different places. She was living in New Orleans, and her husband was living in California, and that really caused a lot of problems because they really grew apart. I was just like, OMG, it's going on. And he said he really disdained the sex scenes. I know it's hard to watch your husband or your wife on TV having sex, but they're not really actually having sex. They're not really in intercourse, and not really butt naked on set. But he couldn't handle it. And then on top of that, he could not handle that Niecy Nash got a new makeover, a body makeover. He does not like she got her body done. He is too sexy for him, and he just didn't understand why. And he was in love with her and loved the way she looked in her body, but he couldn't understand why she wanted to get sexy up. Well, actually, she's on TV. She's doing shows. She's doing TV sitcoms too as well, and movies. So basically, and she's an older woman too, so she wants to make sure she's fit, she looks good, and no director and nobody is complaining about the way her body is, telling her that she's too fat or she's too skinny. She wanted to be just right, and she wanted to have the Hollywood look, but her husband was like, that's way too much. You are already taken. You are a married woman. And Niecy Nash was like, I gotta live my life. I gotta do what I gotta do, baby. I was like, And this is actually Niecy Nash first husband. They were together for like almost 18 years, 17 years, 16 years. They was together for a long time, but she called it quits with him. I was just like, Yes, but she does have 3 children too as well with her first husband. Her first husband was Don Nash, and he was actually a preacher. He was way too much, but it seems like she married a second preacher, even though he ain't a preacher, which is Jay Tucker, because he's very concerned about, his wife out here, in them sex scenes and showing that body and being too sexy for him. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't take the pressure and the heat. And Niecy Nash didn't know what to do because she was growing and she was trying to make herself bigger and better and more sexier. And she wanted to get up close and personal while she was acting, and he did not like it whatsoever. I was like, OMG. So almost about 2 years, like, they have been living separately, and it's been very quiet, but the media has found out today that she filed for divorce and they are getting a divorce, and she actually co-signed the situation and said yes, it is true. And here we go right here. This is her message to the world, letting everybody know that she is getting a divorce and she's moving on. Even though Niecy Nash is a guru when it comes to counseling and relationships, she just couldn't make her relationship work at all. And also, the exclusive source is saying to Daily Mail that Niecy Nash will go around and brag about her relationship with her husband Jay Tucker, how everything was perfect, how she couldn't do nothing wrong, she knew how to please him, she knew how to satisfy him, satisfactory guaranteed when she got in the mix when it came to her and her husband, and everything was like on cloud nine. She didn't want to listen to any advice, she didn't want to listen to what anybody else had to say because she had it going on, baby. And also, this is kind of crazy, it's been alleged that Niecy Nash is out here chilling with Oprah. And we already know how Oprah gets down. So, Niecy Nash, are you getting down with Oprah? What's going on with this situation? But, Niecy Nash got that body doing, and she's looking exquisite. She got it going on, baby. And the sky's the limit for her. Her husband just could not deal with it. He must have just been all in his feelings, baby. But it seems like Niecy Nash has moved on. She's chilling with Monica. Monica just got a divorce, so she's living that single life, baby, all day, every day for now. I was like, oh, and also, the exclusive source was saying that the makeover was really a problem, that it just changed everything. It changed the dynamics of the marriage, that, there was no coming back together. And Niecy Nash kept her mouth closed about her relationship falling apart for about 2 years, and she didn't say anything about it because she was embarrassed, because all she did was brag about how great of a wife she is, how great of a woman she is, and how great she is with her husband, and her husband Jay Tucker is the best, and she's grooming him, and she's doting on him, and she's spoiling him, and the whole 9 yards. And basically, her friends are saying that she was acting like her shit don't stink, and it really did. It was stinking up all over the place, and she was trying to cover it up with some roses and some perfume, but it didn't last. It didn't work. Eventually, the shit came out, and it is out. And, she's single, but good for her. She's doing her thing. At least she was able to be woman enough and smart enough to say this marriage is not working after 7 years, so it's time to move on and do the damn thing. So it is what it is. And she also, Claus has also been another season, so they had the green light for another season. So her husband was not staying in California while she was down there in New Orleans. I mean, he must have been all up in his feelings. Imagine your husband being jealous of your work environment, and then jealous that you too sexy on camera and you ain't even having sex. There's 1,000 people in the room while you filming in the whole 9 yards. And also, her husband Tucker was not even supportive to her at all, because when Niecy Nash was getting a award for the big premiere in LA in June of 2017, he did not attend. He didn't show up. He wasn't around. He wasn't there to support her at the premiere at all. And also, when Niecy Nash was also attending a ceremony to get her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in the summer of 2018. She was by herself. Her husband was nowhere around. He didn't even show. He didn't even come through or nothing. I wonder if he even congratulated her. I guess it sounds like he's kind of jealous of her success and her changing, that she's not the same person. But people grow, and sometimes people grow out of love, and it seems like Niecy Nash grew up and grew out of the relationship with her husband. And the changes in the self-esteem and the confidence that she has endured and gained over the past couple of years, maybe it was just too much for her husband. He couldn't deal with it because she got her body done. She done changed. He was going to bed with a new woman at night. I guess it wasn't enough for him. He wanted more. He wanted her to be at home and barefoot and pregnant. I guess that's what it is. So then on top of that, he wasn't next to her. He wasn't beside her and supporting anything that she was doing. I was like, Sometimes it hurts. He was gone, baby. He done left, and he wasn't supportive for her career because he felt like her career, took over their marriage. So what do you guys think about the situation? I was like, And it also says that Niecy Nash was really embarrassed, and she really kept it a secret. She didn't want nobody to know what was going on, but she had to let the world know, and she did. And allegedly, she's chilling with, Sherry Shepherd, and that's about it. So what do you guys think about the situation? I was like, But Niecy Nash, she's a beautiful woman, and also her friend think that she's going to be remarried soon because she always love to be married and love to be in a relationship. So we'll see how the situation works out. But if Niecy Nash filed for divorce, that means that everything was all good on her part and she's not worried about losing any money or property. She wants her happiness and her peace of mind, and she want to be able to thrive in Hollywood, and that's what she's going to do. So what do you guys think about the situation? You cannot be in a marriage and living in a whole nother state from one another. That's just way too much, and it's kind of difficult for people to see their husband or wife on camera, on film, doing the nasty, but they ain't really doing the nasty. And that's like the crazy part about the situation. But it is what it is. So you guys tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. Stay in love. Stay happy, baby.